Hi Libra, welcome to the channel and welcome to your guys' general March energy update. We're going to do a quick Celtic cross just to see what could potentially be coming your way, what might be presenting itself as a challenge, and then we're going to do one Work Your Light Oracle for additional messages from Spirit. So, let's not delay any longer. I'm going to be using the singing bowl to clear the energy, connect to you guys, my deities, archangels, ancestors. If you feel called to do the same during this time, please feel free to do so. All beings of light are welcome here. The more, the merrier. So, with that being said, if you're listening to this in headphones, you may want to turn it down for this portion just so your ears don't ring. Okay, let's get into it. Ready? Okay, guys, let's see what's coming in for you. Is that whatever, good enough. I just don't like being able to see like remnants, partial stuff. I'm actually going to open this window too. There. That helps quite a bit, actually. All right, Libra, let's get into it. Let's see. So I did a really nice reading for you guys. It felt like it was really accurate. Obviously, I don't know for sure because I didn't get any feedback on it, because when I went to post it, it said there was an error. It didn't record or didn't save. I'm not really sure what happened. I know it was recording because when I stopped it, it was at 20 minutes. And then I went to upload it, and it was just a gray screen with like a can't play symbol through it. And I was like, okay. So here we are. I decided to wait a day before just jumping right back in and doing it. So you guys would have had yours last night. I said here we are, a fresh new day. Let's see. Spirit, speak to me and through me. To the Libra collective, please. 4 of Coins is your first card out. Your current energy, 4 of Coins. Okay. Let's see what your challenge at this time is. Spirit, speak to me and through me. Challenge for Libra at this time. What is presenting as a challenge for Libra? Okay. 10 of Wands. Again, that's crazy. That's what it was. So you had the 4 of Coins for your outcome the last time. Now it is your current energy. And the 10 of Swords was your obstacle. Your recent past. You have the Father of Pentacles, near future, Son of Cups. Let's see your above and below, your conscious and your subconscious. Are they working together or are they in opposition? Above, 8 of Wands. I don't take flippers. I only take ones that fall on the desk. And I read upright. I have boundaries with spirit, just like everything else in my life, just so I know which ones are spirit. So we set firm boundaries. If you want it to come out, it will fall directly on the table. That's why I don't take flippers, because I feel like that's more my energy and me picking and choosing which cards to take. So Spirit and I have worked out some boundaries. There they are. All right, below, please, Spirit for Libra, below. Thank you. Oh my, okay. All right, that's fine. Advice, please, Spirit for Libra, regarding this situation. Advice for Libra, please, Spirit. Lots of fathers. That's interesting. Kings, lots of kings. External forces. Hopes and fears. And an outcome. Just go everything this way. That's fine. Let's do that. And then we'll get into it. Okay. Whew. Toasty broasty in here. Current energy for you guys. If I can get these picked up. Four of Coins. So most of the time this card represents money hoarding and hanging on too tightly for fear that it won't come back to you. Greed, even when it comes to material. It's coins, so it's material things. Things in the physical, 3D, tangible. In this particular deck, because this deck was used on one of the very first tarot readings that I ever got from somebody else, and she translated, I don't know how, she read it as connection and community, and that's exactly what I see in this. I don't get any sense of lack or stagnancy or clinging too tightly, trying to control your money and control a lot of the things around it. I see connection and finding people that are like-minded. There could be a little bit of both of that in your current energies, but for you guys specifically, I do think you might be holding on a little bit too tightly to your coins. Maybe you've recently decided that you need to cut back on your spending. You might be afraid that, so Four of Coins is typically you have money, but you could be afraid to spend it for fear that it's not going to come back to you. Like, this is all that I'm going to get. Once this is gone, I'm not going to get this chunk of change again. Say you just got your tax return, right? So your bank account is looking pretty nice right now, but you might be a little bit scared to, say you've had a list of things that you've been needing to do. You might be scared to do those for fear that once that money is depleted, it won't replenish. It won't come back to you, is what I'm getting. So you could be just tightening the reins a little bit. Maybe people are asking you for help and you're not as quick to help right now. You're not really offering up your coins. And it could be because you guys in the past have done a lot of stuff. It goes hand in hand with this card, this being your obstacle, boundaries. People could have come in and asked you for things. Hey, buddy, will you do this favor for me? And you're a very nice person. So you could have a tendency to say yes to things. I feel like, are saying yes to too many things. 10 of Wands in your challenge position. You have too much on your plate. You have to pare back. You have to set boundaries. You have to let people know what it is. Give them realistic timelines. If you do have a full plate, if you still want to say yes, you don't want to turn down people or business or whatever, say yes, but book accordingly. Don't just stack it on to what you have to do now. I feel like everybody wants you to do something for them and they all want it on their timeline, and it's like not a very long timeline. It's like a week in turnaround time. I mean, this is an example, obviously. It's not specific to everybody. But say your turnaround time is typically 2 months, and people are like, can you do this in a week? And you're like, yeah, I could, so I guess, yeah. You're putting too much on yourself, on your plate, and you need to reaffirm, reassess, and reinforce your boundaries. When people push, because part of having boundaries is not only setting them up, vocalizing them, and then reinforcing them, because people are going to try to push past them. They're going to think that, oh, they're not serious about that. They mean that for everybody else, not me. They couldn't possibly be talking to me. But yes, I am. This boundary applies to you too. This is what it is. You are not going to push me past this. I've set these up for a reason. So reaffirm them, reinforce them, let people know that you're not just blowing smoke, you're not just wasting your breath, you're not talking just to hear yourself talk. These are my boundaries. If you have an issue with them, ask someone else to do the shit that they're asking you to do. This is a lot of other people's burdens. And again, if that's your business, like literally like your business, how you make your money is to take on projects and other people's things, absolutely, obviously do that, but I feel like you need to be more realistic with how much you can do in a certain amount of time. Excuse me. This is also speaking to need to delegate. The need to delegate. Recent past, King of Pentacles. This is either the energy that you're recently coming out of. Again, maybe you've saved a lot of money. Your bank account is looking really nice right now. You're feeling very stable. Or this could be speaking to a person around you. There could be a masculine earth sign around you, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who has been kind of maybe even pressuring you a little bit. These burdens could be a lot of their burdens. They could be putting a lot of pressure on you to act a certain way or run your life, your business, your finances a certain way. There's someone who from the outside looks really stable, looks like they know what they're doing, but I don't feel like they've ever done what you are doing. And I recently heard something is like, don't take advice from people who've never done what you're doing, who have never been to the places you're trying to go. Yes, they might look successful, they could be a multimillionaire, but how they got that money is important. Because everybody does things differently, right? Everybody has a different approach. And some things work. Yes, take nuggets of their wisdom if it resonates with you. Don't just like poo-poo everything like, meh. They don't know what they're talking about. They've never done what I'm doing. That's not what I'm saying. Just don't allow people to apply unnecessary pressure to you to live your life, to spend your money, to save your money, to run your business, to whatever in a certain specific way. Your near future, you have the Sun of Cups. This is a younger, This is a younger water energy, masculine. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine energy. I feel like you're going to be tapping more into this space, this softer, more loving is the word I'm getting. More, sorry, I didn't mean to put that there. I'm going to need it later though. That's why I got it. More like romantic. You could just be wanting to tap into your romantic side a little bit. Your artistic side as well. Water signs tend to be very creative, very artistic. Things like songwriting, playing music. Maybe you want to take up an instrument again, get back into something, sing. You could be wanting to sing. I don't know. Interesting. Sharing your voice in a creative way is essentially what I'm hearing. So tap into that, lean into that. Absolutely. Creative outlets are always a great thing. Above, you have the Eight of Wands. This tells me that you want to be seen. You want your light to shine. You want people to recognize you. You want people to see you for the light that you are, the light that you want to be to the world. Unfortunately, your subconscious is the Three of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal, all of those painful experiences that come typically with breakups. This is telling me your subconscious doesn't necessarily believe that you are light. There could be some programming from your childhood that needs to be reprogrammed, rewritten, and looked into a little bit so you can release these thoughts of I'm not enough, everybody I've ever loved leaves me, nobody ever stays around, nobody actually loves me, nobody wants to see my light, nobody cares what I actually have to say. And that, again, this is your subconscious. Whether you tell yourself these things or not, it feels like your natural inclination is to skew towards the negative. When something happens, say someone doesn't answer your call or text you back immediately, or whatever the case may be, you could automatically go to, oh, they don't want me around. They're going to betray me in one way or another. Things like that are just subconscious beliefs that are overriding any will to let your light shine and be seen. And those definitely need to be addressed, because if not, what's going to happen is this narrative is going to dictate the direction that you go, because our subconscious mind is so powerful. Advice from Spirit, Two of Cups. This is telling me that Spirit wants you to recognize that you have a very deep, loving connection with somebody. You have a really nice, solid union. This is reciprocal love, someone who loves you as much as you love them. I feel like you guys are putting in equal effort. Spirit wants you to know that you can have this feeling within yourself. It's not just external. You don't have to look to other people to give you this validation, to fill your well, to fill your cup. It's beautiful when people do, but it doesn't matter what anybody else says. If this is how you feel, if this is what your subconscious is telling you is your reality, that everybody's going to leave you, everybody betrays you, everybody cheats on you, everybody you've ever been with cheats on you, whatever the narrative in your mind is, replace it. Easier said than done, but work towards replacing it with this feeling of connection to Spirit, connection to yourself, an unconditional love for yourself, for where you're at in your process. Don't try to push yourself in, well, I should be further along, I should. Don't get caught up in shoulds. It'll ruin your life, absolutely. All right, external forces, the Emperor. There's a lot of fire energy around you. This is big Aries energy. We are in Pisces season right now, but in March we will be entering, towards the end of March, we'll be entering, mid-March, whatever it is, we'll be entering into Aries season. So that could be what this is. There's lots of action and things. You could feel like things are moving really fast. When you talk to your friends or people around you, they could be talking about their successes and their empires. This is the Emperor, right? He's the King of Kings. He has mastered all of these lower levels. There it is, yeah. Of all these kings, and now he's in a very stable, very sturdy, very financially stable state. He has an empire. He knows how to run it. And so you could just be coming in contact with a lot of these people who have their shit together, and they are doing what you want to do, the level that you want to get to. So you could just be noticing a lot of these people showing up, even just like in your news feed. in the news in general, it feels like there's a lot of really... So on the flip side of that, Aries energy can be a little bit controlling. It can be a little bit temperamental, a little bit hot-headed, as well as stubborn. So maybe these are the energies that you're noticing. Maybe people aren't budging on their ideas and conversations, things like that. Feels like they're just not moving. Like they're unmovable in their opinions. And it's not your job to change anybody's opinion. Again, this is energy that's external to you. So it's just energy that you could be noticing going on a global level, on a local level, meaning like the people around you that you talk to on the day-to-day. But it also could just be like what's in your news feed at this time that you're noticing. Hopes and fears. This is interesting. You have the Father of Cups. I feel like you want to be more loving. You want to be more connected. If you have children, maybe you want to have a deeper connection with them, a more nurturing, more supportive, a little bit softer relationship with them. This particular king is very in tune with his emotions. Maybe that is your hope, is that you will be able to master your emotions and not let things rattle you, get under your skin, upset you. I feel like you really want, your hope is that you can reach a level of emotional security where no matter what anybody says to you, no matter what they do to you, you just are, I'm okay. I'm stable in myself and who I am and my emotions and how I process them, that it doesn't matter what's going on outside of me. It doesn't matter what anybody says to me. I know who I am and what I've got going for me. I feel like that's your hope in this situation. The outcome for you, the Father of Wands. This is a very vibrant, very attractive, very action-oriented king, father, whatever you want to call him. You have two cards, your near future and your outcome. I feel like you're going to be in a very creative space. You're going to just be creating and be creative, inspired. It's also a card of charisma. I feel like people are going to be very attracted to you. They're going to be drawn to you. They want to experience you and your gift. This, again, masculine fire. So we've got Aries again. Maybe in Aries, when we get closer to Aries season, you're going to just really be embracing that energy and harnessing it and riding that wave is what I'm getting, which I love Aries energy. I think it's incredibly powerful. I have quite a bit of Aries in my chart. Maybe that's why it could be a little bit biased. But just like everything, wait, which one's mine? There are two cats outside that look almost identical. I know one of them is mine. That's really weird. They're almost exactly the same size too. I thought, because I've seen a little orange tabby cat outside, but he's bigger than my cat, so I've been able to tell them apart. And I thought Ruben was right here under my window. Anyways, okay, just one though, thank you. But we got roses twice. The Sisterhood of the Rose fell out that second time, and then the Ever Unfolding Rose is the card that you got. So roses could be significant for you at this time. Maybe you have some roses in your home right now that you kind of look at every day, and it makes you feel loved or just pretty and nice. All right. You could be noticing roses in a lot of different places. The Ever Unfolding Rose, 28. Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. I think Cancer got this card as well. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open, no matter how much it hurts. God damn it, continually unfold to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as life may be, life is happening for you, not to you, and one day in the not too distant future, you may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not all be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Absolutely. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that. You got 5 extra minutes out of me because the one yesterday was only 20 minutes. Let's fingers crossed this one works and we'll be able to upload it. I love you all so very much and I'll see you next time. Bye.